I came home earlier than usual that day, expecting the quiet hum of my house. Instead, I heard whispers from the bedroom. Heart racing, I approached and froze in horror. My wife, Ayesha, and my dad were entwined, their betrayal undeniable. Time seemed to stop. My stomach churned, mind spinning with disbelief and rage. The people I trusted most had shattered my world in an instant. Anger, disgust, and heartbreak collided violently inside me. I couldn't react impulsively. I needed clarity. In that moment, I vowed revenge. Not chaotic, but calculated, precise, and unforgettable. I backed away silently, pretending to leave while adrenaline surged. My mind raced. How long had this been happening? How many lies had I been told? I felt humiliated, powerless, and furious. The betrayal wasn't just from my wife, it was compounded by my own father's treachery. Yet beneath the storm of emotion, I felt a cold clarity forming. Anger alone would destroy me. Strategy would destroy them. I needed evidence, timing, and patience. Their confidence would become their weakness. Every laugh, whisper, and secret they shared that day became a puzzle piece for the revenge I would unleash. I spent days gathering proof. Screenshots of messages, hidden call logs, and subtle recordings of conversations built a damning record. I discovered their affair had been ongoing for months. Each revelation fueled my resolve. I contacted my lawyer, preparing legal steps for separation, protection of assets, and custody if needed. Meanwhile, I observed them discreetly, noting every meeting and attempt to deceive me. My goal was clear: expose them completely, ensure social humiliation, and reclaim control. Their betrayal had left them overconfident and reckless, and my strategic patience would turn that overconfidence into their ultimate undoing. I planned the confrontation meticulously. It wasn't about shouting or physical revenge. It was about precision and undeniable proof. I wanted them to experience the same shock, fear, and humiliation I had felt. I coordinated with my lawyer and close friends, ensuring the evidence could not be denied or dismissed. Every screenshot, timestamp, and recorded interaction became a tool. Their arrogance and belief in secrecy were their undoing. I envisioned the moment, exposing the affair calmly, letting the truth speak while their social and emotional worlds crumbled. Revenge, I realized, was far more satisfying when measured and strategic. One evening, I invited both into the living room under the guise of reconciliation. Their smug smiles vanished when I calmly presented the evidence: screenshots, messages, and recordings of their affair. Silence engulfed the room. My voice was steady as I spoke. I see how you've betrayed every ounce of trust I gave. Panic overtook arrogance instantly. They tried to explain, laugh, or deny, but every word faltered against undeniable proof. Fear replaced confidence. The betrayal was exposed. My calm, methodical approach gave them no room to maneuver. The people who had shattered my trust were now powerless, humiliated, and exposed. Within hours, the truth spread among family and close friends. Shock, disbelief, and gossip ensued. Ayesha and my dad faced social embarrassment and isolation. Meanwhile, I maintained composure and dignity, letting the evidence speak for itself. Their attempt to hide betrayal and arrogance backfired spectacularly. The humiliation they had inflicted on me returned tenfold. Social and emotional consequences were immediate. Their attempts to manipulate perception failed. The betrayal, once hidden behind smiles and lies, was now public and undeniable. My revenge wasn't impulsive, it was strategic, deliberate, and irreversible. The power dynamic had shifted completely, and justice had silently prevailed. I filed for separation, using the collected evidence to secure finances and protect personal assets. Custody, inheritance matters, and legal boundaries were strategically addressed. Ayesha and my dad attempted excuses and negotiation, but the proof was overwhelming. The affair, combined with their blatant disrespect and deceit, left them with no leverage. My revenge was methodical, ensuring they couldn't manipulate the outcome. Their betrayal had consequences far beyond emotional pain. By combining patience, evidence, and legal action, I ensured that both social and financial repercussions were unavoidable. Their confidence and arrogance had turned into irreversible damage. Friends and family quickly learned the truth. Ayesha, And my dad faced criticism, loss of respect, and isolation. Their arrogance and betrayal were now public knowledge. Meanwhile, I maintained dignity and calm, contrasting sharply with their panic and regret. They had underestimated me, assuming betrayal could go unnoticed or unpunished. Instead, the affair resulted in irreversible social humiliation. By letting evidence and truth act as agents of justice, I ensured that my revenge was complete. Their betrayal, meant to satisfy selfish desires, became a public lesson, and their downfall was unavoidable. After the fallout, I focused on healing and rebuilding my life. Trust, respect, and friendships were reinforced. Personal goals, long neglected, became my priority. Emotional wounds healed, replaced by clarity, confidence, and dignity. Their betrayal, devastating as it was, inadvertently freed me from deception. Life became lighter, more controlled, and fulfilling. I met genuine people, reminding me of the value of loyalty and integrity. Meanwhile, Ayesha and my dad dealt with regret, humiliation, and isolation. Strategic, calculated revenge restored my dignity and peace, proving that patience and careful planning are far more powerful than impulsive reaction. The day I discovered their betrayal was life-altering, but it taught me that revenge doesn't require chaos. It requires strategy, patience, and evidence. Betrayal has consequences, and impulsive acts can be far more devastating when executed with planning. Ayesha and my dad lost credibility, respect, and relationships while I preserved mine. Today I focus on life, growth, and meaningful connections. The ultimate lesson: calculated, patient action delivers justice, dignity, and long-term satisfaction. Betrayal may sting, but strategic response ensures the balance of power shifts, and those who wrong you face the full weight of consequences.